Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to Double Trouble Podcast. I am Non-Gaming, joined by the great powerful Bunny. What up, man? We got a lot of gaming news, don't we?
We got a lot of news going on.
You know, we're going to have to expand this a little bit. Maybe do like 2-3 times a week or something, because trying to nitpick this down to like just six topics is nuts. Before we get in, you look like you got to say something. Go for it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to so many people, because the feedback we received over especially our Chants, Rants, and Bants, that's been a really huge thing. I mean, thank you to everybody. I didn't know seeing two podcasters lose their cools is the new thing that everyone enjoys, but we'll try to make it as much as possible. But look, we love it because it gives us this is our platform to express ourselves. Again, when we express our feelings, that aim is not to hurt anyone's feelings. If it gets hurt, then you pretty clearly need to grow up.
But you're pretty soft if you get your feelings hurt.
But in all seriousness, we want to thank everybody, watching us every week, listening to us, and even coming with suggestions. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel so you can hear more of our rants, bants, and chants. And I'm going to actually start off. I don't know if this is a rant, a bant, or a chant, but it is sort of a question. So, as we all know, Stellar Blade, it has come out, and it's sort of getting mixed reviews.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big game like a lot of people were thinking of. It's kind of hitting that 3 out of 5 mark, or that 7 out of 10 mark. So here's actually a question, and let's be honest here, 2024 has been kind of a weird year for gaming, because there was a lot of hype for a lot of these games, and a lot of them have gone, like Dragon's Dogma 2. So here's the question. Are we overhyping games too much?
Because that is a damn good question.
Because 2024 has been kind of a weird year. And now, I don't know about you, but for me, there's only like 2 games so far that have really done well. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Persona 3 Reloaded. Everything else I haven't played Helldivers.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying though, right? A lot of these other games are kind of like, they're just barely above good. Like, just barely. So,
True.
Are we overhyping games so much?
I think that's actually a really good thought-provoking question. Are we hyping them up so much that, it's kind of like we're killing the, anticipation?
Like, you look at Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and its sales, no one knows how the game is doing.
Yeah.
Because no sales have really been released yet.
Yeah.
But everyone's saying, Square would have released the sales already if the game was good.
Yeah.
But, and maybe some of that is because of overhype.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's expecting us to be like, and to me, it's a great game. It's a great action RPG. But did we overhype it too much? Same with Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
Did we overhype that game way too much?
It seems like it.
Same with Dragon's Dogma.
Mm-hmm.
Did we overhype that game way too much? Ironically, the 2 games I find that didn't get overhyped and are kind of fantastic are Persona 3 and Helldivers. Like, they never got really any advertising at all.
That's the thing. When Helldivers came out, when it was announced, if you see the YouTube, now it's a little bit difficult because now everyone's trying to get onto that. But at that time when we were watching, it only had a couple of 100,000 views. Whereas, GTA 6, the moment the trailer released, it broke the record.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. When you told me that, I thought, holy crap, really? But tell you what, that is a question. I want everyone's thoughts about that. Because are we overhyping games now too much?
Yeah.
Is it becoming a bit of an issue where we get ourselves excited for a game and it lets us down?
Mm-hmm.
And who do we really blame? Do we blame the developers, or do we blame ourselves for having so high of expectations?
Very true.
Let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts.
Yeah. Moving on, this is a weird one as well. I thought, you know what? It's really funny. We're starting off on weird ones.
Yeah.
So, as you know, there's a lot of games coming out.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
the reason I say that this is weird is because I got invited to a closed beta testing. Now, prior to me starting this closed beta testing, this Chinese company has said in order for me to download it, I need to go through a confidentiality agreement. And that agreement clause is that I cannot record or talk about the gameplay and mention anything about it during the, closed beta testing.
Right.
But then my
Which
question is, let's say, I mean, what kind of a confidentiality agreement is this? I mean, what are you trying to say? Do you not have faith in your product? Look, I get the pro and the con. Pro that you want to just get the initial feedback,
yeah.
but having someone sign a confidentiality agreement is kind of negativity because I feel like, an alpha testing closed beta is perfect. Get opinions. When people view your game, they give you opinions. Follow those opinions. What is it the
Yep.
majority of people are complaining? Oh, the shooting looks so bad. The movement looks laggy or hacky or graphics aren't that good. It gives you chance to work on it rather than selecting just a handful of people. Like I said, I might be
Yeah.
biased.
Yep.
I
And
might be just be like, oh, best game ever. And then you believe
right.
my wordings. And then, yeah, you release a game that, wham, fail.
Right. And the thing is if a company gives you like a key or a game to say, hey, can you check this out? Can you, like you said, beta test it?
Yeah.
And let us know what the bugs are. But when you say you have to sign an non-disclosure agreement
Yeah.
saying you can't talk about anything, which in a sense makes sense, right? You don't want to be like, oh, the game is fantastic to someone that you don't know, like a fan or, someone who's excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same sense, wouldn't you want someone who is beta testing your game to hype up the game if it's really that good?
Yeah.
Like, that's sort of a weird area because, I mean, I'm happy for you that you got to do a closed beta. I mean, congrats on that. But
Thank
it is a
you.
little bit weird. It is a little bit weird that they're like, you can't talk about anything about the game.
No, 100%. It's strange. It's confusing. But look, like I said, I understand the pro and the con. Like I told you that I get it. You want to get like a couple of informations right now.
Right. And I understand that. I mean, it makes a little bit of sense, but you should have more faith in your game too.
Yeah.
And yeah. But I guess we can't ask you what game it is, can we?
No. But here's the thing that I want to ask the viewers a question. I want to answer down below in the comments if you were chosen to be part of a beta testing, whether it's closed or open, but you had to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Would you? Let us
Good
know in the
question.
comment down below.
I'll give you my answer right now. Probably not. I probably wouldn't do it. And the reason why is because I am a blabbermouth and I like to express myself. So if I played a game that's just like, say, kick ass and just awesome, I'm going to want to say, hey, listen, you got it. Can't wait till you try this game. I won't be able to keep a tight lid on it. No way, no how.
Coming.
Yeah. So no way. If you said here's a game for you, you can play it, but you can't talk about it, I'm out. I'm out.
yeah, definitely.
Let's move on to some Fallout news. And it is the gift that keeps on giving. At least for me it was. Fallout 4 has gotten its console upgrade on my birthday. That's a little plug there for my birthday. For 40 years I'm on this planet. Anyways, console upgrade. Now, let's talk about Fallout 4 in general first off. What did you think of the game when it first came out about 10 years ago? What did you think of it?
I loved it. I mean, look, I've been issues aside. Look, 10 years ago there were glitches. People didn't have access to that much technology. Every day you get access to new technology, trying to make your life easier and worse at the same time. Yes. So I think for what came out, it was fun. The character customization was pretty detailed. I think what was the best part about it was when they released the trailer. Yep. It was the Wanderer song that they used. And that was one of my favorite songs. So that actually got me hyped up because it was actually, like I said, it's one of the songs I really liked a lot.
Yeah.
And when
And
the game came out, I played it for hours and hours and hours.
so did I. So did
Yeah.
I. I know when they had, remember those little special videos that they played at the beginning?
Yes.
I had just moved into my new apartment when the game had come out. I'm sleeping on the floor in my living room on my mattress because I haven't put anything away yet, and this game is installing, and all I hear are these special announcements. Today we're talking about strength. Today we're talking about perception. Today we're talking about all these things. And when the game actually came out and I played it, I did like it. I was a fan. There is a few things that I'm
Hmm.
not crazy about, like the dialogue system is kind of. I think they screwed that up a little bit, and the voices are not great when it comes to the main characters. But I
True.
got a review. I got a review coming, so hopefully you all checked it out. But here's my
Check
follow
it
up
out.
question. Check it out. Here's my follow up question for you. With the success of the TV show and everything rising up with all the Fallout, Fallout 76, I think has got what, 1 million players now. Like it
Roughly,
really
yeah.
got boosted up like crazy. Fallout 4 with its new console upgrade. Do you and even Vegas and Fallout 3 are getting new players? Do you see possibly a console upgrade for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas?
100%. Without
Do
a
you
doubt.
think it?
Don't even to take a break on that one. That's 100%. Because look,
Do you think it's coming right away, or do you think it's going to be like waiting a little bit?
see, here's the thing. If I was the developer, I would start working on it,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't rush it because, again, you and I have played many of these, remastered versus, remade. And
yeah,
again, two examples that I would compare against each other is GTA, the three San Andreas and Vice City when it was remastered versus Mass Effect or Mafia 1 and
yes,
2.
yeah, yeah.
Done properly versus done in a rush and done horribly.
A
And you can see
money
the
grab.
yeah, and you can see the difference. Two super hits versus one that was critically panned because
Right.
they just thought, you know what? We'll just bring the nostalgia factor. We'll just turn the brightest slightly up. I mean, they're mods that kids and people have made that made those games better than what Rockstar released. That's
Right.
an embarrassment.
And the funny thing is, when you talk about Mass Effect, like the first three games had so many issues as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it actually came up, I looked up the size differential between the original games
Oh,
and the Legendary Edition. Sorry,
yeah.
talk about a size increase. Because first off, the three games originally were about in total, I think 35 to 40 gigs,
40, yeah, roughly, yeah.
around there for those three games. When the Legendary Edition came out, I
100
think it
and
was
something.
about, yeah, especially with the 1 day patch.
Yeah.
So you had the game, then you had the 1 day patch.
100
And
something GB, meaning
yeah,
double.
yeah, they increased everything. BioWare did a fantastic job with that. So I am with you on that with Bethesda. If they, they did it with Fallout 4, I would like an updated version of New Vegas, definitely, and Fallout 3. Um, do I think it's going to happen right away? No.
I
But
hope
I
not. Like
think
I said, I hope it
I
doesn't. I hope
think
they work on it. I just hope
yeah.
they announce that they're working on it, but I don't hope they rush it.
No. I mean, to be fair, Vegas and Fallout 3 are pretty big games. They're
Oh,
huge. Vegas
100%.
especially. Vegas is like a beast and a half, man. And
It's massive.
you're going from PS3 graphics to like PS5. I mean,
You need to
yeah.
work hard on that one.
Yeah. But let us know in the comments down below what you think of the new Fallout 4 upgrade if you've tried it. Let us know in the comments down below, and let us know if you want to see remasters for Fallout 3 and Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to be doing a lot of questions today.
We are. I mean, look, like I said, this week is a thought-provoking one. But let's do a little bit more thought-provoking, shall we?
Alrighty.
So MMOs, mass multiplayer online. There was a time where this genre was like one of the biggest. People used to go crazy for MMORPGs, World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 1 and 2, Star Wars, the old Republic, Destiny 2. I'll mention them as MMOs. Then you had those chibi ones like MMORPG free ones,
Yeah.
Ether Saga, Asda. Boy, I can go on and on and on. But
Oh, for sure.
looking at the rates now, because the last couple of years, not much has come out now. If it's coming
No.
out, it's going out. It's staying in the Asia side.
Yeah.
It's being, people are playing those games, through VPNs,
Yeah.
getting their fill, and then 8-9 years later, that game, when it's already died its hype, comes to the Western market.
Yeah.
Is it a dying breed? Is my question. Is
I
MMO
think
now a dying breed?
I think it is. I mean, you're always going to have those ones, so like Final Fantasy, like 14, and things like Genshin Impact and Star Rail.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think those will ever die. Even Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls. Sorry, not Skyrim,
But
the Elder
see,
Scrolls.
Genshin and all that aren't mass multiplayers. Those are
Okay.
just games that have multiplayer options. It's kind of like
Oh, I
Baldur's
see.
Gate. It's
Oh,
not a
okay.
mass multiplayer.
Okay. So,
So
but like things, something like Elder Scrolls Online
yeah.
and Final Fantasy, I don't think will ever go away.
See,
And
I beg to differ. I feel like the player base is slowly starting to fade. But
but you're always going to have your diehards, no
there'll
matter
be
what.
every game has its diehard fans. I mean, look, I've been playing Saints Row, the critically panned game, but the reason I'm enjoying it is because my character, I've made him into an Indian Sikh person, which brings a whole new element to that game. Trust me. I
But
would definitely record it and ring it, but I don't want to, due to obvious sentimental reasons, don't want to offend people. That being said, I will do it now.
yeah, but to answer your question about MMORPGs possibly dying, I think they're going to slow down
Mm-hmm.
because things like Black Desert, like fun game, but it loses its kind of appeal after a while.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like the game. I think the game's fun, and I like
Yeah.
playing it with people, but it's boring after a while.
But do
And
you think, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to add to that aspect.
yeah,
Do you think the fact that the developers are spending a lot of years keeping these games in Asia before they push them to the Western market, do you think that's a big contribution to the fact that it's killing it? Because look, there's a game, Lost Ark.
Mhm.
It from Smilegate. This game was almost 8 years in Korea and all that, and Russia got it. And what were people doing? They were using VPNs to get their shares from. They were playing it in Asia and Russia. And by the time it actually reached the Western market, the hype had already died significantly. That it wasn't even that big of a hit that people were anticipating it to be.
Right. And I think the problem is what you said is that the Eastern world is holding games kind of hostage for the Western world. And by the time we Western players get it, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is the greatest game. This is awesome. And meanwhile, the people in the Eastern world like, this game's like 8 years old. I mean,
Yeah,
we're done with it.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in certain aspects, here's the thing, and I'm going to poke the woke bear here. The problem is that when you have MMORPGs and they might contain suggestive themes or language or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I found that the Eastern people over on that Eastern side of the world are not as sensitive as the people here on the Western side.
No,
So
definitely not.
you can have more suggestive themes and all this. But when it comes over to the Western world, and people will find something and they will nitpick and they will go nuts and they will go insane. And you know what? To a degree, I don't blame these Eastern companies for not wanting to bring their game over here because they might get torn apart. And a good example of this is, and I've talked about this to death. I'm sorry. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, Tifa, right? Everyone knows Tifa. Everyone knows the
Who's
kind of
Tifa?
figure. Yeah, everyone knows the kind of figure she has. And when there's this scene in Costa del Sol in Rebirth that got like, man, were people attacking the developers. They were attacking everybody who loved this scene. And it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't anything bad, wasn't anything horrible. So you see what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
these Western people here are like, they're so sensitive. I don't think with the amount of games that are over in Japan and Asia and all those countries, they brought them over here.
Mm-hmm.
I think there would be a lot of attack on developers.
True. Very true.
Yeah, but maybe we'll all grow up one day. I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
I mean,
Fingers
I'm hoping.
crossed.
Come on, guys. 10 years from now, like I'm gonna be 50 in 10 years. I want to be like enough with the
He's gonna be
wokeness and the.
50.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 50. Enough of the woke dumbassness. All right, like seriously.
We get it. People woke up, but wake up properly. Don't wake up like a foolish idiot.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, let's end here for me, anyways. And this. Oh, you got something to say? It looked like you were.
Of course. I have one last topic I need to discuss.
Okay, you go
and
ahead.
This is where the rant comes in now. We can't, like I said, it's like I told you that this is becoming the best part. Rant time.
Ding, ding, ding.
Guys and gals, Twitch has finally started to ban certain people. But wait, before you celebrate now, because that would have been a good thing. That wouldn't be the rant. Over breaking the Twitch rules and regulations. But then again, this is the same company that says any form of nudity is illegal, ban, yet they're promoting a hot tub, and all that. And literally, when I went on Twitch a couple of days ago, all the recommended channels and all I could see were girls with, sticking out. And I'm like, did I go into the wrong website? I'm pretty sure this was Twitch, but maybe, I don't know, maybe Pornhub bought them. I don't know. Look, but, my question is, how bloody two-faced of a company do you have to be? And I'm sorry, Twitch, I'm a Twitch partner. Probably won't be after this, but, I need to ask your morality in this question. What is the criteria? Like what? One day you just pick random person to ban them?
Yeah. And you know what? There is a legit reason why I am not on Twitch anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well I support some people that are on there. I have two good streamers that I know. That one does music streams. The other one does horror based kind of video game streams. I support them both, so I'm not getting rid of my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Just on the off chance I ever decide to stream on there, but I've been actually streaming on my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a legit reason as to why I stopped streaming on Twitch. And it had to do with the fact that I actually was streaming along. No problem, right? I got flagged for something. Now, this is not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay.
And remember the Don Corneo scene? And they're in
the
mansion.
Okay, I think I know where you're going with this.
With Tifa, Aerith, and Cloud all dressed up. I got flagged for that. Because of how these ladies looked. I don't get it either. I got an email saying, we don't approve of suggestive content. We don't approve of sexual content. So,
what?
And I responded to the email like I normally would. It's like, you do realize you guys have got hot tub gaming on here. Like you have girls that are just showing it all, pretty much. And there's no problem there, but there's a problem with me playing a video game with these girls, like with Tifa, Aerith, and Cloud. There's a problem. So that's the reason why I got out of Twitch. I mean, and the the two-face.
Yeah.
What you said. Some creators are good, some creators are not.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I'm pretty sure anything that they've hyped, if they were to do that scene, no problems whatsoever.
No.
Money talks. Money talks. And you know what? I'll tell you what. Not next week, because your boy is going to Bali for a week trip. So we won't be seeing you guys next week, but we will be back the following week after the 12th of May. But
cool.
There's something we're going to talk about, and that is how everything has suddenly become a dollar sign or a pound sign, like money. Everything, money matters, life, morality, your humanity, empathy, sympathy, nothing matters unless you could put a dollar sign or pound sign or rupee sign or whatever currency you live in.
Yeah. Well, let's end on a little bit of a happier
No,
note.
no.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna end up on a happier note, and everyone's gonna be sick of me talking about this again. Listen. I'm a fan. I'm sorry. All right. So Final Fantasy VII again. I'm
What's
sorry.
you
I'm a
haven't
big
talked about that in years now.
I'm a big fan. I'm sorry. Rebirth kind of just. I'll be honest with you guys. When I finished Rebirth, I took like 4 or 5 days to play the game. Like I said, when I told you before, take your time with it. Because I rushed through it.
Yeah.
When I finished the game, it actually wrecked me. Like I was so emotionally drained and wrecked for like a week
I
because it's
finished it and
that.
I get what you mean. It's
Yeah,
really,
it is. It's a really good game.
yeah.
Really good. And I finished it, and I'm like, when's part 3 coming out? I never really and I listen, I was a Mass Effect fan, I was a Dragon Age fan, I was all these fans. Never have I wanted a sequel more
Mm.
than Final Fantasy VII Part 3 when I finished Rebirth. Because I'm like, when's part 3 coming? I need part 3 right now
Right
because
now,
I want
yeah.
to finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to see how the story finishes.
So, rumors are, according to lots of reports that have actually been produced already, part 3 is well into motion. The story is already written, the main story, I should say, and voice recording is going to be happening in the near future. Rumor is, now take this for a grain of salt, rumor is it's going to be coming in 2027. I can,
Ooh.
yeah, I can believe it. I really can because A, that's the 30th year anniversary. And two, they would almost like set it up just perfectly. If they released it on July 7th, 20, that would almost be like the perfect icing on top there. That'd be
I'm
like,
going to actually
but,
send them an email and tell them, don't you
but,
dare attach it on that. Release it on the 18th of
but,
March.
but here's the thing Square does not recognize irony that much. Because remember when Rebirth, when they had their state of play, the PlayStation state of play, it came out, the state of play came out on the anniversary of Final Fantasy VII when it was released, and they showed nothing. Instead, they waited like a week and then showed. So Square doesn't really do well with these things when the timelines just kind of match up.
Got
Now,
it.
a lot of people are saying 2027 because it's already got most of the world done, and they're trying to work on that big airship, the Highwind. So here's the thing. When Rebirth came out or was announced, I couldn't wrap my head around the world on how big this world was and what they're going to do for all these locations. I am now having that problem again where I cannot wrap my head around part 3 because it's going to be huge. But let me ask you, man, because do you think in 3 years, do you think it's ideal? Do you think it will be released in 3 years, or do you think Square is gonna kind of take their time with it?
I think it's ideal. I think it's a good time because, look, give a game way too long, people start
Yeah,
losing interest. I mean, as good as GTA 6 trailer looks, a lot of jokes have come, oh, look, it only took them 50, what, 12, 13 years. And
yeah,
people are making comments about how you only probably have 1 or 2 GTAs left in your lifetime.
right. And
So,
that's
look,
what.
in all seriousness, I just feel that, yes, it's definitely possible.
Yeah, I think it is too. Someone was saying, and I don't know how true this was. Someone was saying 2025 it was going to be released. I'm like I wish, but no.
Imagine if that happens. That would be pretty badass.
I would be pretty shocked if, say, next year or even this year at like the Video Game Awards is like announcing like Part 3 Final Fantasy released in 2025. I'll be like, what the hell? I mean, you finished all that already in like a year or so?
It's not bad.
Now,
Hardworking people.
yeah, and a lot of people are saying it's going to be for the PlayStation 6, PlayStation. There's a lot of rumors floating around with this whole thing. If you guys want me to keep you up to date, I will. Like I said, big fan of the whole thing. But I don't expect any more big news coming for a little while
Mm-hmm.
because there really isn't much else to talk about. The world
No,
needs to be
true.
redone. The Highwind needs to be kind of taken into ideal and make the world expanded and
Expand.
explode. And yeah, okay, there's places like Nibelheim, Midgar, and all these places. Now, here's actually a question for you, and we're just going to throw this up right there. What size, because I do believe it's going to come for the PlayStation 5, how big do you think the game's going to be, part 3?
Random guess 120, no, 220 to 260 GB.
I figure that too, because you think of Midgar, you think of all the world,
Mm-hmm.
and then you think about having to go underwater as well as flying, and then all these new locations.
Yeah,
I
it's
think about
definitely going to be.
it's gonna be a big game. Be another big game. That's all. That's all I need. I don't have the disk space,
Need to
man.
get another SSD for the PS5.
Oh yeah, you know what? I was actually looking at one. But that
But
is my news. I will keep you all up to date.
And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we want to thank you for always being part of this new journey of, rants, chants, and bants. We
News,
will be
apparently.
back not next week, but like I said, after the 12th of May. We, as you know, we're now on Saturdays, so we just hope to be bringing some sort of happiness to your weekend start.
Yep.
And feel free to, like I said, hit a comment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Geez, that's a lot of hitting, but if it just greatly supports our channel that much. And
Yes.
again, we will miss them.
Yes,
A
we
week
will.
without them is quite torture because we've gotten used to you guys so much now. But again, we
Yeah.
look forward to welcoming you in mid of May. And until then, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, follow the X.
Game on.